Your prayers are not forgotten. Every word you've whispered in desperation, every tear you've cried in secret, every plea you've made in the middle of the night, God has heard them all, and He's already acting on your behalf. I know you've been wondering if God is listening. I know you've questioned if your prayers are reaching heaven. I know you've felt like you're talking to the ceiling instead of to the Creator. But today, that doubt ends forever.
While you've been waiting for an answer, God has been orchestrating a response. While you've been looking for a sign, He's been arranging a miracle. While you've been hoping for a breakthrough, He's been engineering a supernatural intervention. In Daniel 10:12, the angel told Daniel, from the first day that you set your mind to gain understanding and to humble yourself before your God, your words were heard. Your prayers are heard the moment they leave your lips. Before this message ends, I'm gonna reveal to you the 3 specific things that happen in heaven the moment you pray, and why your breakthrough is guaranteed to manifest in ways that will leave you speechless with gratitude. Every prayer you've prayed has been recorded in heaven's archives. Every request you've made has been filed in God's action department. Every petition you've submitted has been assigned to His angelic workforce. Your prayers aren't delayed because God doesn't care. They're being processed because He cares so much that He's perfecting every detail. He's not just giving you what you asked for, He's giving you what you need in the exact way you need it. Like Daniel experienced, sometimes your prayers face opposition in the spiritual realm, but God's angels are fighting for your breakthrough. Heaven's army is battling for your blessing. The victory is already secured. God is preparing an answer, so complete, so perfect, so precisely timed that when it manifests, you'll know beyond doubt that only He could have orchestrated it. Your faith isn't being tested to see if you're worthy of an answer. It's being strengthened to handle the magnitude of what God is about to release in your life. He's preparing you for your own miracle. Right now, as you listen to these words, God is moving on your behalf. He's opening doors you didn't even know existed. He's softening hearts you thought were hardened. He's creating opportunities you never imagined possible. Whether you've prayed for healing, provision, restoration, direction, or breakthrough, God has specific departments in heaven handling each category, and your file is marked priority with your name written in His handwriting. Your consistent prayers haven't been repetitive noise to God. They've been evidence of your faith, demonstrations of your dependence, and proof of your trust in His ability to answer impossibly difficult situations. What looks like silence from heaven is actually strategic planning. What feels like delay is actually divine precision. What seems like denial is actually divine protection from anything less than is best for your life. I know you're tired of waiting. I know you're weary from believing. I know you've wondered if it's worth continuing to pray. But your breakthrough is so close you can almost touch it. What I'm about to share with you about the mechanics of prayer and God's response system will revolutionize how you pray and eliminate every doubt you've ever had about God's willingness and ability to answer your prayers.
Let me reveal how heaven operates when you pray. The moment your prayer leaves your heart, it travels at the speed of light to God's throne. There's no delay in transmission, no busy signals, no voicemail. He hears you instantly. Your prayers don't go to an assistant or secretary, they go directly to the CEO of the universe. God Himself personally handles every request, every cry, every whisper that comes from your heart. You have His undivided attention. Revelation 8:3-4 describes how our prayers are mixed with incense and offered before God's throne. Your prayers are so precious to Him that they become part of heaven's worship service. He treasures every word you speak to Him. God doesn't just hear what you pray, He understands what you mean. He knows the prayers you can't find words for. He interprets the groans, the sighs, the tears, and the silent screams of your heart. When God answers your prayers, He doesn't just address your request, He addresses your entire life situation. He sees the connections you don't see. He understands the implications you don't understand. His answers are always comprehensive. The moment you pray, God assigns angels to work on your behalf. They're moving people, opening doors, arranging circumstances, and creating opportunities. You have a heavenly team working on your situation 24/7. God's timing isn't just good, it's perfect. He doesn't answer too early because you need to be prepared. He doesn't answer too late because He's never behind schedule. His timing creates maximal impact with minimal complications. God doesn't just answer your prayer, He exceeds it. He doesn't just meet your request, He surpasses your expectations. His answers come with bonuses you never thought to ask for. Heaven has a storage facility for your prayers. None are lost, none are forgotten, none are discarded. Even prayers you prayed years ago are still active in God's system, still working on your behalf. God coordinates your prayer answers with other people's prayers. Sometimes your breakthrough is connected to someone else's blessing. Sometimes your miracle is part of a larger divine plan involving multiple people and situations. You want evidence that God is working? Look for increased opposition. It means you're close to breakthrough. Notice unexpected opportunities, their answers being prepared. Feel unexplained peace. It's confirmation that God is handling your situation. Your prayers accumulate in heaven like compound interest. The more you pray, the more power builds behind your request. Years of faithful prayer create unstoppable momentum toward your breakthrough. God is preparing you to receive what you've been praying for. He's developing your character to handle the blessing. He's expanding your capacity to contain the answer. He's positioning you for maximum benefit. Sometimes God answers prayers you forgot you prayed. Sometimes He answers prayers you prayed for someone else and blesses you in the process. Sometimes He answers prayers in ways so creative you never would have thought to ask that way. Are you ready for the 3 things that happen in heaven the moment you pray? Are you prepared to understand the supernatural system that guarantees your prayers will be answered? This revelation will change how you pray forever. These 3 heavenly mechanics work together to ensure that no sincere prayer ever goes unanswered. No genuine request ever goes unfulfilled, and no faithful believer ever goes without God's intervention in their life.
Here's the first thing that happens in heaven when you pray. God immediately dispatches reconnaissance angels to survey your situation. They gather intelligence, assess obstacles, identify resources, and report back with a detailed plan for your breakthrough.
The second heavenly response, God activates your guardian angels with specific assignments. Some are assigned to protection, some to provision, some to connection, some to opportunity creation. Your prayer puts heaven's entire infrastructure to work on your behalf. The third and most powerful response, God Himself begins rearranging circumstances across the globe to create the perfect conditions for your prayer to be answered. He moves people, shifts situations, and orchestrates events on a worldwide scale. Psalm 91:11 promises, He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. When you pray, you're not just asking God for help, you're activating an entire supernatural support system designed specifically for your success. The scope of God's response to your prayers is beyond human comprehension. He's willing to move nations to answer one sincere prayer. He's prepared to shift economies to provide for one faithful believer. He'll rearrange history to fulfill His promises to you. God doesn't delegate your prayers to subordinates. He personally oversees every aspect of your answer. The creator of the universe is personally invested in your breakthrough. You have His undivided attention and unlimited resources. Your prayers are answered in 3 dimensions. Some immediately in the spiritual realm, some progressively as circumstances align, and some dramatically when everything comes together in perfect timing. All 3 are working simultaneously. When God answers your prayers, He often answers multiple prayers with one miracle. Your healing might also restore your relationships. Your financial breakthrough might also open ministry opportunities. Your deliverance might also position you to help others. God invests more in answering your prayers than you invest in praying them. You spend minutes praying, He spends eternity working. You offer words, He mobilizes heaven. You bring faith, He brings infinite power. Heaven operates on a guarantee system. Every prayer prayed in faith will receive a response. Not every response looks like what you expected, but every response serves your ultimate good and God's ultimate glory. You'll know your prayers are being answered when you experience supernatural peace in chaos, unexpected favor from unlikely sources, doors opening that were previously locked, and resources appearing from surprising directions. Your longest standing prayer, your most desperate request, your deepest heart cry, God has not forgotten any of them. They're all in His active file, all being worked on, all guaranteed to manifest at the perfect time in the perfect way. I prophesy over your life right now. Within the coming weeks and months, you're going to see tangible evidence of God's response to prayers you've been praying for years. Breakthroughs are imminent, miracles are manifesting, your season of waiting is ending. Stop begging God as if He's reluctant to help you. Start thanking Him because He's already working. Stop pleading as if you have to convince Him. Start praising because the answer is already in motion. Pray with confidence, knowing that heaven's entire infrastructure is designed to answer your prayers. Pray with assurance, knowing that God's reputation is tied to His faithfulness. Pray with expectation, knowing that your breakthrough is guaranteed. Continue praying, but now pray with the confidence of someone who knows their prayers are being answered. Thank God in advance for what He's already doing. Prepare to receive what you've been requesting. Your prayers are not forgotten. God is already acting. Heaven is already moving. Angels are already